Alright guys, we're throwing the Fish Lab spinner bait. Nice little chunky spotted bass, probably 2.5. We'll put them on the scale here in just a minute. Yeah, let me see this. Two to one, baby. over there kicking my ass, ain't you? Yeah. Enjoy it. Oh, this is giant. Hey, it's a smallmouth. Look at the coloring on that.
Look at the black on its body.
Little baby smallmouth.
Alrighty guys, welcome to our second episode. I'm Amy.
And I'm Mike.
This past weekend we went to Lake Don Pedro, and then we snuck in an extra nighttime bite trip to Lake Tulloch on Sunday after working all day.
After doing chores all morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it was worth it. So we did have some technical difficulties on Pedro. We had a trolling motor that one battery was only at like 5 volts, which is less than 50% charged. It was windier than I expected it to be, so that played into how we fished all day. Unfortunately, we weren't able to chase around schooling fish or feeding fish because we kind of had to fish with the wind. What was the other thing we had?
The GoPros didn't like 100 degrees.
Yeah, GoPros didn't like 100+ degree weather. We had GoPros shutting off. We had to put them in the ice chest to cool them off. Missed some footage. We lost the footage of her first spotted bass. But, you know, these things will happen on bigger jobs. So that's how it goes.
So
couple new baits.
Yes.
You caught your first fish on a deep diving crankbait.
Yes, I did.
How many casts did that take?
2.
2, right? And and it was also your first spotted bass.
It was. So that was even better.
Right? And guess what? We got none of it on camera. So
We have a
sorry
good
about
memory between us.
that. Yeah, we got a good memory, but nothing on camera. First time thing for me was catching fish on a spinnerbait at the lake. Not something I normally do, especially lakes that have a lot more rock than grass. As you know, Pedro has a lot of rock and very little grass. I ran into Charlie at the Big Bass Challenge last weekend, and we were sitting there. He was in first place, I was in third place, and of course he had a 576 or a 596, something like that. And he said he caught it on a spinnerbait, so I caught up with him after the weigh-ins, and I said, Charlie, shoot me straight. What'd you catch that thing on? He said, no, I really caught it on a spinnerbait. I'm like, yeah, I see you're posting all the time about these spinnerbait fish, but man, I never catch anything on a spinnerbait. So he took me out to his boat and he gave me one of these Fish Lab spinnerbaits. Now, it has, straight out of the package, it has a built-on trailer. And as you can see, I haven't cut the skirt, I haven't done anything to it. Charlie told me, take that thing out of the package, tie it on, and throw it, and you're gonna get bit. I don't know if I believed all that, but you know, Charlie's a good guy and I don't think he'd lie to me, so I had it tied onto my crank stick. I didn't even pull it out of the box when we went to Pedro because I planned on catching them all on drop shot and a wacky worm and top water. So I caught one on a spook about 8 inches.
Yes, it was about as big as a spook.
Yeah, about as big as a spook. Then I had one blow up on a buzzbait, but they just weren't, the bigger ones weren't really committing to the top. So I opened my rod locker, pulled out the spinnerbait, and gave it a couple throws. And the third cast, I caught one on the spinnerbait, nice little spot. And then 3 or 4 casts later, I caught another one, which was the second biggest fish of the day.
Yes.
That was also on the spinnerbait. I have not done anything to this spinnerbait. The skirt has not been cut. The trailer is still the same. I don't know a lot about spinnerbait fishing, but I do know that it works. So anybody that hasn't caught a lot of fish on a spinnerbait or is new to spinnerbait fishing or whatnot, check out the Fish Lab spinnerbait. I'm looking forward to trying it on the Delta tomorrow.
I remember him saying, wait till you throw it on the Delta, hang on.
Yeah, he told me hang on when you throw it on the Delta. So Charlie, Thank you, buddy, and I hope you're right about tomorrow, because if you're right, we'll have a lot more good footage, right?
Hopefully. You work with the cameras on not overheating.
Right.
As it's planning to be 102 on
Yeah,
the
it's
Delta.
supposed to be 102 tomorrow, so can't escape the heat right now.
So we're going to the Delta, or we did that on Saturday.
Right.
Sunday we decided that let's go fishing in
In
pretty
the
much
afternoon?
mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
About 3 o'clock we decided, let's go fishing for a little bit.
Yeah, well, we did all our chores at the ranch. We bucked hay, we cleaned stalls, we moved livestock, and then we just weren't content with sitting in the house all afternoon, so I'm laying there thinking about going to Tulloch.
And
she
I'm editing
says-
videos for this, and I'm like, why do I want to be editing when I could be doing? So
Yeah.
off
She
we went.
says, you want to go to Tulloch? And I said, I do want to go to Tulloch. I was just thinking about it. So about 30 minutes later, we were headed to Tulloch.
Yes.
Turns out,
It was a good decision.
it was a good decision, but we're only 30 minutes from Tulloch. Ended up catching 9 fish in about 3 hours.
Yep.
Fish from 3:30 till about 7, because it's getting dark pretty early now. Caught most of the fish on a fluke.
Yes. they did.
Again, I caught another stinking fish. The first fish of the day at Tulloch was on this stinking spinnerbait. I'm not a spinnerbait guy, but it's catching fish. So I don't get paid by these people. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not looking for sponsors, but that Fish Lab spinnerbait is definitely working for me.
It is.
So looking forward to throwing it tomorrow. After that, we went to a fluke. I had a blow up on a buzz bait.
Yeah, and then he changed color because we had 2 different colors flukes, and
Yeah.
he chose my color after I caught 2.
Well, if she catches 2 right in front of me and I can't get bit, then I'm going to change colors. So it's just how it goes.
Yeah. So I'm going to take my glory
Yeah.
because it'll end tomorrow.
She beat me last Sunday, but that'll be it for a while, because we're going to the Delta tomorrow, and I'm just gonna stomp her ass. You know, she's gonna be the net girl tomorrow,
Maybe.
right? Well,
And
I
the
hope
nice
you
thing,
catch a 10
and I
pounder
finally
tomorrow.
caught one that wasn't on a drop shot, because normally that is my go-to. I run a drop shot most of the time.
Yeah, but she caught 3 or 4 back to back on that fluke.
Yes.
It was really working for her.
So, next video will be from the Delta.
Yep.
Our
And
favorite, personally.
Until next weekend. Cheers, folks.
Cheers.